Hi guys, and welcome to your collective tarot love messages. This reading isn't specifically intended for any sign. It is going to be a collective reading, but if you're here and you have tuned in, there's a reason for it. Don't doubt it. There's obviously something here that's pulled you, something here that has drawn you to this reading, that has led you to this reading. And there's a reason why you clicked on it. Maybe there's a message or two or several that is meant to reach you. Maybe it's just something that you need to be reminded of. As this is a general reading, I just want you to keep mindful of that. If you are after a personal tarot reading with myself, one in which the messages are personalized and tailored to your situation, please feel free to reach out and inquire. I will list my email address below the video. Otherwise, guys, let's go ahead and begin with the reading. I'm not going to pose any messages. I just want to see, pose any questions. That's what I meant to say. I just want to see what messages the cards have for you. Okay, so there's no specific question that we're trying to address or trying to get answered here. It's just whatever messages the cards have for you at this specific point in time. There is someone here who is certainly pulling on your energy here very, very strongly, very intensely. This is someone whom you may not necessarily be talking to this individual. You may be in a no contact, no communication phase of the connection. This is someone who has pulled away from you. Okay, maybe they've limited their communication with you. Maybe they just haven't been as communicative or as responsive to you lately. Maybe this person has pulled away like physically and you can feel the energy pulling away from you, or even like emotionally. So even if you guys are communicating, you know there's been a shift in energies and you can feel maybe this person has gone a bit cold or even distant on you. For some of you listening to this, it could be someone who's ghosted you recently, or someone who maybe have ended, someone who's ending or is trying to end the connection, or someone who's just ended the connection abruptly. Maybe someone who even turned around and said to you, we should hit pause, we should take a break on this, we should have some time alone. Okay, so someone is pulling away or has pulled away. Okay, no contact, no communication, or very little, very contact communication. But what's really interesting is the way that they're acting is very much the opposite of how this person feels. And I find that very bizarre, because even though they've pulled away from you, their energy is still pulling on yours. So what you're getting is a lot of confusion from this person. And the reason you're getting a lot of confusion is that your person is also very confused. So it feels like this person wants you, okay? They want to reach you, they want to connect with you. Not only in like a physical sense, I feel like this person wants to connect with you, mind, body, and soul, okay? This person has a lot of strong feelings for you. This is someone who potentially loves you. This person may love you, this person may adore you, admire you. They have some very strong feelings for you, very, very strong feelings for you. But this person tries to hide those feelings, or they try to act like they don't. They try to act like they're not in love with you. They don't care as deeply as they do, which is really bizarre, right? It's very, very confusing. It's very interesting behavior because it's so bizarre, but to me, this is coming from a place of fear. Okay, so this person is afraid, this person is scared, and that's the very reason why he or she's pulling away. See, they're pulling away even though they want this, even though they want you, they're in love with you, they want to explore this connection, they want to, build more of a connection with you. They want this Four of Wands energy with you, okay? So they want to, grow and build on this connection. They want for this love and this connection to really flourish and, to arrive at this happy place with you. But they're scared, okay? They're scared of potentially falling in love with you, or even falling more in love with you. They're scared of settling down. They're scared of building they're scared of commitment. They're scared of a union with you. They're also scared of rejection. They're scared of, and this is what I think is perhaps the biggest factor in driving this behavior, is this person is scared of being rejected. Okay, this person is scared of your rejection. I don't think there's anything you're doing or you're saying to maybe, instill this fear in them. I mean, we can explore that a little bit later on with the messages to see if maybe, they've been triggered in any way. I don't necessarily think so, but hey, you never know. I just think this person is really like, I think it comes from like insecurity issues. I don't think this person is very secure within themselves. They may feel like you're a little bit out of their league. They may feel like you're too good for them. They may not, and this is someone who may have like, because this person like loves and admires and adores you, and they kind of put you on this pedestal, right? You're kind of like, they recognize there's something very unique and very special about you and about the connection that they share with you. So they're able to recognize that. But it's this very recognition that scares them because they've never felt the intensity of this connection, of such a connection before. Okay, this could have a soulmate energy or even a twin flame energy attached to this person and to this connection, which I guess explains away that whole intensity, right? It's overwhelming, it's intense, it's all a little bit much. Going back to them, being fearful of rejection, I feel like this person has been hurt a lot in the past. And I think that this person is really in need of healing, okay? There's some emotional wounds that this person is harboring here. There's some things, it could be emotional trauma, it could be, unresolved pain that still sort of, circulates in their energy, and it's something that they haven't addressed, and it's something that they haven't healed. And it's because of this that this wound, this unaddressed emotional wound, is sort of bleeding, onto this connection. So definitely someone who's afraid. And the funny thing is, this person has pulled away because they think, in their mind, they think that you're going to pull away. So they kind of try to beat you to it. This person isn't playing mind games, although it may seem that way. I mean, it might seem that way, but I don't think they're intentionally trying to play mind games. I don't think there's like a malicious energy that is motivating their behavior. I do think that it's just this person is like, they're so afraid of being hurt because they have been hurt in the past, okay? They may have had a very painful and a very challenging upbringing, okay? They may have experienced and suffered a lot of rejection in their life, like rejection. Like they may have felt rejected or abandoned by their parental figures, by their parents growing up, by family, friends, by romantic lovers, and they've experienced a lot of that hurt and that pain, and as a result they keep people at a distance now because their mentality is like, if you can't get close to me, you can't hurt me, sort of energy. So this is why this person is pushing you away, even though what they really want to do is pull you in closer. So this is why this person has and will continue to give you mixed messages. Okay, so it's like they're saying one thing but their actions are doing another. Okay, or how they act is not really what they mean. So whatever this person is saying or doing is really the opposite, the complete and polar opposite to how they really feel. So if this person has pulled away, I do think that this is someone that is going to, this is someone who ran away from you. This person is going to run back to you. If they've pulled away, this person is going to, pull you back in. It's that kind of energy. But I do see that this connection also needs a lot of healing. So I think there's a lot of healing that needs to take place within the individual energies. But I also think something about this connection needs healing. The Star card also presents a very healing quality to it. So I think there's something very healing and very therapeutic and very cathartic about your energy and the energy that you bring to this connection. And I think your person senses that. I just don't know that they're ready to start the whole healing process, because I do think this is a bit of an avoidant. Okay, this person is a bit of a avoidant type. They're dismissing what needs addressing. They're dismissing the pain that needs healing. For some of you, I do think it's important for you to know that you will hear from this individual again, okay? In fact, it's very likely that you might even expect to hear from them today or tonight, okay? Because I do think there's this, it could happen in the 3D, so you might receive some contact or communication from this individual, because they're in two minds, and they have been in two minds about reaching out and contacting you, okay? This person definitely wants to, this person, definitely has strong feelings for you. They may be falling in love with you, or they just may be head over heels in love with you, but it scares them. And again, that whole fear of rejection. So them beating you to the punch is sort of like they're protective. It's like a protective measure. It's like, okay, well, they've pulled away, and they've just, they think that they've dodged a bullet, in a sense that they escaped rejection. They felt, as I've mentioned earlier, they felt like you were going to pull away at one point or another, so they just beat you to the punch, thinking, it's their actions, not yours. And they feel like they're in control. That's the other thing. This person feels like they have to be in control. And I think this energy is easily put down to the ego, because I feel like when this person has met you, and when they're around you, and when you're in this beautiful exchange of energies, this person definitely recognizes something very beautiful and very unique about the connection. This person, there's this quality where I feel like it's a recognition of your soul. It's this instantaneous connection, okay? And this person is able to, it's this soul recognition, this heart recognition. This person can see into the depths of your soul, okay? And they can pick up on that. And that's scary, because they haven't been able to do that with anyone else before. And then what happens is, outside of this energy, the ego comes in. And when the ego comes in, this is when they start doubting what they feel, okay? Even though they felt it, okay, it felt real, it felt awesome, but they start doubting it. They're like, okay, well, what if it's, what if they're making it up? Is it really what they're feeling? So this is when all these doubts and reservations and hesitations kick in, okay? But your person can certainly feel what you feel. In fact, whatever it is that you're feeling, this person is feeling, because there's such a mirroring effect happening here, especially with the Lovers card, right? This is two energies, two souls that are being pulled together here by divine intervention, and you have been divinely guided, and you've been divinely led to each other, just as you've been divinely guided to this message here. So a very beautiful quality to this connection, but it's also such a very powerful quality, and such a powerful energy, and a powerful connection, that it scares them, because they don't know what to do with it. Okay, they understand that there's room for a lot of room to explore the depths of this connection, but they just don't know how to go about this. They see you as the Empress energy. They see you as someone very beautiful, inside and out, someone who is very poised, someone who's very secure within themselves. And because they're insecure, it makes them feel even more insecure about themselves. You don't mean to make them feel this way, it's just that the insecurity lies with them. So this person pulls away, and when they pull away, it's like, they go cold on you, okay? They go cold, they go distant. And even if you guys are communicating, you can feel, okay, you can just feel there's been a shift in energy. You can just feel some sort of tension, or something's changed. It's just that this person is going through the motions, okay? This person is going through a range of motions. And I do think it's the ego. I think it's the ego that takes over here. And it's the ego that causes them to start doubting, start questioning whether or not they're good enough for you, or whether or not this connection is really what they feel or what they think it is. Okay, the Lovers card is such a beautiful card because, you know, this is a union. This is a union of two hearts, two souls, two bodies coming together. Okay, and I do think that for a lot of you, this has the bearings of a twin flame or a soulmate energy. It does. It's just something that is very special. It's something that's very unique, and there's a lot of recognition here, a lot of recognition of oneself within the other. But this person they may have had some very, or you may have had, okay, it could be yourself or your person, they may have had other, not the same, but similar kind of intense connections, okay, and that didn't end well for them. It ended up in loss, hurt, disappointment, heartbreak. And this person is, and because those connections are so intense to begin with, you can only imagine how intense the separation is, right? I mean, if you are going through a separation right now, you can feel it. You can feel it's, you know, it's intense to be away from this person. It's intense to not know what's going on with them, not know if they're okay, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. So that separation or that breakup is even more amplified. You know, the intensity is taken up a few notches. So because this person, I think, has experienced something similar, not the same, okay, not the same, but something similar of that nature, they know just how intense separation could be, and this person is really scared to go through this again, which makes sense, okay, and which is the very reason why this person pulled away first, because the ego wants to be in control. The ego wants to be in the driver's seat. It doesn't want to be in the passenger seat. It doesn't want to be in the back seat. The ego wants to be in the driver's seat, and when the ego takes over, this is when your person goes a little bit weird, or they go a little bit, you know, distant, or they start really questioning the connection. And even when you're with them, they may not actually verbally communicate to you, or, you know, even tell you that, hey, they're questioning or they're doubting this connection, but it's like you can see it. You can see it in their eyes. You can feel it in their energy. You can just feel that there's something going on with them that, you know, is not their usual self. And them pulling away from you is really, or even them ghosting you, okay? If this person ghosted you, and for those that resonate with this, it's because they wanted to avoid having to explain themselves, okay? Because it's already very intense for them. And they felt, okay, even though they, you know, weren't very calculative, but they felt like if they've just disappeared and if they've just put away, maybe it made things easier for them and you, because A, they've avoided having to be the bad guy in all of this, they've avoided, and B, they've avoided having that uncomfortable conversation with you, right? But they didn't want to hurt you, and they thought maybe this way it's less painful, if that makes sense. And here's the other thing about ghosting. When people ghost, okay, if you've been ghosted or if you've ever been the ghoster, it's just important to know that it doesn't really end a connection, okay? So the mentality behind someone who ghosts, it's like they don't slam the door shut on the connection. They kind of leave it slightly ajar, just in case, you know, they do want to revisit the connection. And normally a lot of these, you know, ghosting acts are being done by people who are avoidants, okay, because they're avoiding what's present at the moment, which causes them to run. But then, you know, when they've processed some of those things and some of those emotions, they come, and when it feels a little less intense, they come back, okay, until something happens and they, you know, carry out that same type of behavior or emotional pattern again and again. But that's very interesting. Notice how in the star card and the Empress here, there's a lot of stars. I do think there's something very divine about this. I do think there is something very unique and something very special. And I think there's like divine orchestration that's happened here, because it's the angels, okay? It's the divine, it's fate, it's destiny that has brought the two of you together. So you have certainly been, you know, fated to meet this person. And if you are in a separation, however that separation, you know, feels for you, whether you guys are emotionally disconnected, or whether you're physically disconnected, whatever that separation, you know, fits, fits, however it fits your narrative, you'll come back together again, okay? Because if something is destined to be, there is nothing more powerful than fate or destiny, okay? And I think you're fated and you're destined to come back together. You're destined to reconcile. And for a lot of you, as I was saying, it's very likely that you will receive contact or communication from this person very soon. It could happen as soon as today or tonight. Now you're all, you're all at different parts of the world and you all have different time zones, so refer to yours, but it could happen very, very soon. Okay, but I just want to let you know that just because they contact and communicate with you, it doesn't mean that from here on in things are going to be easy peasy, right? They are likely to do it again. They are likely to, when things start becoming intense again, they are likely to pull away or ghost you or go silent or even go weird on you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. For others, I think that even though this person may not necessarily communicate with you in 3D, I do see that there's going to be communication in 5D. Okay, so this person may visit you in their dreams, in their thoughts. It's like they're pulling on your energy. Okay, so even though they don't digitally communicate with some of you, this is them communicating with you energetically. You may even expect to receive a lot more, okay, synchronicities around this person. So synchronicities such as 1111, okay, for a lot of you, 1111, like 222, 111, 333. So a lot of like synchronicities I'm seeing. Butterflies is another one. Butterflies, dragonflies, songs, certain songs that I think maybe were, or are you and your person's, like your favorite song or their favorite song, or a song that reminds you of them. So a lot of synchronicities that I feel like are going to happen, or some sort of synchronistic events around this person or around this connection. So watch out for those, because they're not coincidences, they are very meaningful, okay? And it is a message concerning, it is a message from the universe, from your angels, from your spirit guides, the tarot guides, regarding your person and your connection. Now, it's not the same message for everyone, okay? It's not the same message for you as it is for the next person listening to this. That message is very specific and is very unique and is intended for only you. So therefore it means that only you can interpret that message. Okay, and to do that, this is something that you're going to have to kind of take on the role of being a diagnostician. Okay, so diagnose exactly what the message could mean. Okay, not what you think it means, but what you truly feel it means, and try and stay open to that message. Okay guys, I am going to leave the reading at this, so do expect for something very synchronistic, okay, some sort of synchronistic event, contact or communication to occur between you and this person. I think as early as today or as early as tonight for a lot of you, okay? And it could be something very small, but it will be very telling. It'll feel very real and very intense. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. Appreciate your support by liking, sharing and subscribing to this channel. Bye for now.